I fell in love with UAB because the values that they uphold really aligned with my own personal values, as well as, I was in a period in time where I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my career. I knew that there were certain things that I loved, but I wasn't sure how to put those things together. And then I arrived at UAB, and they have a whole division dedicated to exactly those things.
Ever since I stepped foot on the UAB campus, it's felt like home. The faculty, my fellow residents have all just been welcoming, and it's a great big loving family and a really, really excellent place to learn.
Well, I think UAB really kind of had it all. It has an excellent residency, both strong in AP and CP. It had a really thorough educational curriculum that I really found valuable throughout my residency and training. They really valued resident wellness and gave us a substantial social budget to do things outside of work.
You can always find a way to take ownership of this program. You can be the social chair or the wellness chair. You could be chief. You could take charge of education and teach medical students and teach high schoolers and teach grad students. So I think it really has something for everybody.
This department is really interested in the resident education and making sure you're a complete well-rounded pathologist before you leave. So having the dedicated support staff and faculty and technologists and PAs all to kind of help aid and guide you through as you go along has been absolutely overwhelming.
Our faculty are super supportive, they're passionate about teaching, and our administrative team is truly like a family, and they have our back no matter what.
When I first came here for fellowship, I was blown away about how big the campus is, and then of course about how friendly the faculty, staff, and residents and other fellows have been. Also, I have to say that the food scene here is dope. So I fell in love with the breweries, the food, the downtown region. It's a vibe. So everything has been pretty great so far, and I've been really supported throughout my time here.
Birmingham, I think, is a really, really fun place to be. I think you get kind of a city feel and kind of a smaller type city. There's a lot to do if you like outdoors. There's a lot of hiking, water sports, mountain biking, any kind of thing like that.
One good thing about Birmingham is it's really easy to make friends here. Everyone's really super nice. I'm particularly into the arts and go to the symphony quite frequently, as well as the opera, and sing in a men's choir, as well as participate in a civic wind ensemble.
In the great big area of Birmingham, there are a lot of different living opportunities, I suppose. In the Birmingham proper downtown area itself, we have all kinds of new high-rise apartments that are popping up every month, it seems. And some of these are really nice and luxurious, and you just walk a couple blocks to work and it's really easy. And maybe if that's not your scene, you can kind of move out into the surrounding burbs, in the Homewood, or like I live in Fultondale, or Avondale. There's all kinds of different surrounding areas, and whatever you and your family needs, we have it, and at an affordable price too.
I've learned that there's a lot more to Birmingham than meets the eye, and definitely a lot more than what you hear out and about.
So residency is about making the transition between being a medical student and a physician. And here I think they really foster a teaching learning environment between the faculty and the trainees. And they treat you like a professional here. So it really helps to make that transition smooth. And I think that's a very valuable asset to our program.
I have to say that the fellowship experience has been great so far. One of the things I've noticed since starting is that there's been such a unique blending of both senior and junior pathologists, and to be able to glean from their knowledge and be able to get the experiences that they had so far and just be able to share that with me in such a educational and unique environment. I really, really enjoyed that.
I learned so much every single day, and it's really exciting to come to work every day and get to interact with people who are truly passionate about teaching and about making you the best pathologist you can be. And I think there's really something to be said for that.
The amount of pure dedication that everyone within this department has to education and the resources available for residents have been great. I've had an extraordinary experience with every faculty I've worked with, every staff member, technologist, and PA.
So I think one of the greatest parts about this program is that the faculty and the leadership really value resident opinions. We actually have a quarterly meeting with the chair. So I think it says a lot that the head honcho of our program actually comes down and talks to us and listens to us, and he really does try to get things done when we bring him up. They see residents as a whole person here, and they really care about wellness, they really care about well-being. They want us to be happy and learn pathology at the same time, which I think you can't find that everywhere, and I think that's one of the greatest gems about UAB.
Another thing that stood out to me was that my program director, Dr. McCleskey, was able to set up a meeting specifically with me and representatives from the Office of Diversity and Inclusion, which really spoke to my heart, because here I am, someone who's been in a world where a lot of times these diversity and inclusion issues are overlooked. But I have a program director who took time to offer me this opportunity to speak with those individuals so that my concerns could be heard and addressed. And that was extremely meaningful to me, and that was after I had matched. So I knew that it wasn't just a ploy to try to get me in or reel me in. So that meant a lot to me, and it continues to be true throughout. People take diversity and inclusion very seriously here, and I'm just glad to be a part of that type of community.